back at it. So,
No clap.
huh?
No
No
clap.
clap. Oh, there we go. All right, but last time we recorded, we actually had a really killer show. So recorded it yesterday. We both had to take off kind of in a hurry. I've left stuff up on the computer before, but I've never, and Macs are really good about saving things, and it normally does save things, so I haven't really worried about it too much. But we lost power again last night, so could not get our recording to recover. We had I felt was a hot Rudis review. We talked about a lot of other things. Talked about our other sponsor, Roll Soap. Talked about cutting Quasi off. I actually do have your shirt this time, Quasi. Talked about getting that to you, but we forgot that to you. Anyway, we lost that video. Lo and behold, figured, hey, we'll just go ahead and re-record. Kind of try to talk about some of the same things, but pretty much every podcast I've listened to as well. I was saying, at one point or another, somebody's lost a recording, didn't do the recording right, the sound wasn't synced right, was off, something, and so everybody loses one.
Happened
Always,
to me once.
yeah, always stinks. I guess we lost this one.
I had one with some guys from Upstate Plus, like a little food show, and I went to go upload it, and I was listening to it, and it sounded like two people talking into like a tin can.
Into a tunnel or something.
And I was like, it was just like all muffled, like alien, like robot sounding, and I had to delete it.
So, is what it is, happen. But just like I tell my kids with things, I've never had something art-wise or something that I've had to do a second time that wasn't better than the first time.
Yeah.
So, hey, we're hoping for the same thing to happen here. A slight difference. We decided, since we already did our review, we're going to go ahead and do it again. But, we get to wear the shirts. So we're good to go here. So that would be our first portion of the review. Sly Fox 84. Since we got up on the pre-order, pre-order came with shirts, which was a nice little incentive, and it came with a chance to win the golden ticket. The golden ticket was Kyle Snyder coming to your club or team and doing a day's clinic. We're not holding the golden ticket, so no real big surprise there. We didn't win that one. They put in one of each of their shoes. Kind of trying to remember what we talked about. They did have 3 shoes released by Rudis. They had the Rudis 1. Came in several different colorways, which I thought was pretty cool that for their baseline model and their first time out, there's 4 or 5 different options already?
Yep.
On the baseline model, not just one. And then on their higher end things with the Sly Fox, there were 2 color options, which we'll review with you today. And the Kyle Snyder Caliga, and I guess we should have looked up how to pronounce that between as many times we said it possibly wrong yesterday. Anyway, and his came in 2 different colorways. I think we both really kind of wanted to get one of those, but they were just a little bit priced out of the range, just for us as coaches right now, so we went with the Sly Fox. Each got one of the different colorways.
I mean, it was more of a safe bet, simply because it's not like we were paying some exorbitant amount for a shoe that, not that we didn't have faith in them, but at the same time, there would have been no need to pay $180 for a shoe that if it didn't pan out. So.
Yeah, and then at the same time too, when we saw some of the alternate colorways that they released for, I guess, potential for Worlds or after, like those golden whites we both loved.
Yes.
Good
for the high school.
I mean, that would be wow, those were awesome looking. So it kind of like one of those things, like when you buy something and then you see a better one, get released or the next model, I didn't know that was out yet. That feeling. So I almost feel like if I'd gotten one of the Snyders, that I'd been like, oh, should have waited for that one to come. So who knows? Maybe they might make it into the rotation at some point.
Probably. I feel around Christmas time probably it'd be like a new gift.
It's kind of like one of those things. It's kind of weird, still being involved with things with wrestling as coaches and stuff, and kind of become a little bit of gear junkies, and I think part of that also stems from, when we were wrestling, I know you wrestled for me, and then even when I was wrestling, gear wasn't as prevalent as now, or it wasn't as cool as it is now. That's for sure.
No, definitely not.
Even in college, I remember, wrestling in college, there's big things now, like Gear Day. Everybody gets gear. We got some T-shirts and stuff like that, but we weren't getting. We were still buying our own shoes and other things. We weren't getting everything that colleges are able to give now.
See, I remember when we went to state, we had to go dig into those boxes and find the sweats and all these old singlets.
So it definitely has changed. Speaking of gear days and stuff like that, one of the things I've got to say, it's been awesome to see is I know you follow him on Instagram as well, but like Rudis,
Yeah.
you've seen the number of schools that they've been like
Yes.
proud shoe outfitter
Yes.
for AB, A, B, and C, proud head to toe outfitter for a couple schools, and
They
and I was like, I really think that's an awesome deal that they're getting some of these like shoe outfitter deals, because I was wondering, and I think other podcasts have mentioned, like there are schools that are Nike schools, Adidas schools, Under Armour schools, and the school is that way, so therefore like I think by default, like certain like teams possibly have to order Adidas singlets, Adidas headgear, Adidas shoes. Not a bad deal. Adidas makes good product. Nike, there's a lot of shoes, but there's not a lot of ASICS schools that I even know of. I don't know if there's any, but
Yeah.
ASIC makes a predominantly really good shoe. So like, how does that work with those schools that are sponsored by like Adidas, Under Armour? Well, Under Armour would be one that Scrap Life should be able to jump on and get on board with and like
Yeah.
get shoes to. But like,
Yeah.
how's the contracts and that kind of stuff working? I think it'd be really cool to see like a Big Ten school or a big ACC school, one that's Nike sponsored, but the team be able to be outfitted by Rudis would be kind of cool. So it seems like some of the smaller programs a little more leeway, but it's
Well,
gonna
I
be
mean,
big.
you have school. I think Edinburgh is one of them. I was gonna say there's like a list of them. There's a whole list on the Rudis page.
Of like who's
Yeah, I think Edinburgh is one of them.
I didn't know Edinburgh was one.
I'm pretty sure it's Edinburgh.
I've seen a lot of like smaller names like
Yeah, I've seen-
Hofstra, Campbell, like Southern Conference schools, just like Cornell signed with them, or did Cornell sign with Under Armour or Scrap Life? I can't remember. Cornell might have been one.
Let's see. Where was it at?
Lock Haven.
Lock Haven, that's the one I was thinking of.
Shoe
Not,
outfitter.
not
Hey, what's
Edinburgh.
up, bug? Huh? And we got
A little gun.
your own little gun. All right, let's see.
Super little.
The super little gun. Say hi to the people.
Hi.
Hi. Yes. All right. So it's on the counter up there next to the in the living room, in front of the window. Okay. So go get your Nerf gun. Go have fun.
So yeah, it was Lock Haven, not Edinburgh.
Yeah, as I say, Lock Haven.
Campbell. This is a Adams State.
See, I hadn't seen that one. That was a fairly new one.
Yep.
Who's that one right there?
This is Bloomsburg University.
Bloomsburg.
Let's see.
I don't know.
Otero Junior College.
Okay, and that was uniforms and shoes on that one.
Campbell.
Campbell was shoe outfitter.
Yeah.
I tagged that. I was like, go Southern Conference, even though I would like to have seen Chattanooga.
Hofstra.
Hofstra. So good names, but just, awesome to see them getting that shoe out to those people.
Yeah.
So, before we go into our shoes, we're kind of go ahead and teasing it with shirts and the shoes in the back, if you haven't noticed. We did have a nice little segment about Roll Soap, too.
We did.
So, especially want to shout them out again because, they're a great sponsor. Wrestling season is right around the corner. Go stock up on a good soap that's going to help keep you clean throughout the season and keep the nasties away,
Yeah.
as you call it.
Yeah, keep the matte
nasties.
nasties, the matte funk, all that good
You
stuff.
know, and like we just said last time, it's just a bummer when you get that stuff. Will you get it? Eventually, everybody comes out with something. But if you can shorten the lifespan of it or something else, go with it. Stuff smells good. They're also coming out with seasonal.
Yeah,
we were talking
it's
about
like a seasonal type.
seasonal type fragrances and soaps. The original is always good. I mentioned to them, I said, hey, I'm restocking up. Like, I was looking for some more orange cream. They sent me what they said was their last 2 orange creams for right now, and that's going to become a summer line type thing. So you can get that in the summer. Right now they got the warm cinnamon going on the Etsy shop. So go hit them up on Etsy.
Which is my personal favorite.
Yeah. Orange. I think I'm an orange cream dude. I like that. I like
Have
that
you tried
one.
the warm cinnamon yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just actually finished off with the.
I like how it kind of exfoliates the skin a little bit.
Yeah. So, but go hit them up. They got some good stuff. Good things come from.
The
I think it
bundle.
was kind of cool with season lines. You can buy bundles. They've got like a really big bundle. So I guess hey, if you're a coach or something and wanted to purchase like a big thing, or I think it's really set up for gyms too. Like he's got set up. So I know he's got a couple gyms that stock his stuff. So if they needed to order a restock for their shelves in the gym, like I can't remember how many bars or. I don't know if I want to call it a bar or bowl of soap because it's kind of a unique shape.
I would say if you want to show them.
Yeah, because
what it looks
it's
like.
not really a bar. I know it's a mold.
Looks like a giant Reese cup.
Yeah, don't eat it. But yeah, it's a pretty cool mold. Something a little different than a regular bar, but then it doesn't look like an ice cube tray, so that's good. You know,
I kind of like what he's been talking about. He's talking about getting his logo melted into the top.
Yeah, if you could stamp it in there. Even just the R and S would be cool, like stamped in there, like just.
We should probably get some for our team.
Little heat wax thing. Yeah,
that'd be a cool idea.
Yeah, but good stuff. Hit him up. Go support small business. I always want to say support local, even though they're not local anymore. They moved out to Idaho.
Yeah.
But he did start off here, and that was a perfect little segue to not necessarily just supporting local, but supporting small business. But my man Quantel as well came up with some sick designs. When we recorded yesterday, we'd only seen the designs for McCracken.
Yeah, for
the school. So we're gonna go with some cool stuff this year. Even the T-shirt was cool. Showed that to some people at the dance. Hey, those T-shirts look cool. So hopefully we can go with Quantel, Just Heart Apparel, Langford Design. Wrestled with him in Chattanooga, and he's got his business, and he's still involved in wrestling and helping out with MMA. He's got a few different things. Go check out the Creative Brew podcasts on YouTube. It's at a comic shop / coffee bar.
Yeah.
Where they do stuff really, like, you were like, man, that sounds cool. I was
it's a really unique name.
Yeah, I was like,
I really like
I like it too. Yeah, I was like, I kind of want to go there, but it's all the way out in California. So, as much as my love for comics.
Sounds like a good coffee. Like a
I know,
coffee
like,
brand
like,
too. Like, you
I
could,
know, like, can you imagine, like, think about it. Like, you're going in, get a cup of coffee and read some comics. Like, dude.
It's a great idea.
It's a great idea. So, Quantel, kudos to you for getting that one going.
He also created gear for us.
And that's what I was getting. So, yeah, showed us some gear. The T-shirts look really cool, and just a pair of fight shorts. So, depending on what we're going to figure out the minimum orders and what those cost, right now, if we can get our hands on some of that gear, and, like, if we can just get it, and whoever wants something, we're going to, right now we're just sell it at cost. We're not trying to make any money off of gear and hands. I know a lot of people might do that, but right now we just want to get those of you who are listening now in the beginning stages of it. This is only our second episode in season 2, as we called it.
Third.
Third, yeah. Technically third.
But
just to not mess with numbers.
But
For right now, for those of you that are listening now, at cost, I mean, if we can make it work, that we can do it and, like, make $2 or $3 off a shirt, just so that we're not putting all our money up front in the beginning, and that money can go into some better equipment and stuff for our podcast, so we're not looking to get rich off of podcasting, but if we can make a little bit of money to help make things better quality for you guys, great. But for right now, anybody that's wanting something, we'll get it at cost, whatever we have to pay for it, pass that directly on, not making a cent off of it.
Yeah.
So, because the stuff looks cool, and right now we just want to get,
it looked cool.
we just want to get that stuff out there. So other coaches, like,
Yeah.
especially if you guys want a pair of fight shorts to go to practice in, and kids can be like, hey, what's that one? Well, hit us up during season. We'll let you guys know about it. So, and we'll also post it really soon once we get the finals on all that kind of stuff ironed out.
And then with Anchor now, kind of leading into that, with Anchor, if y'all want to, y'all don't have to. We're not gonna hold a gun to your head and say you have to or not. But if you guys are feeling generous and you want to help contribute to the podcast, with us trying to get new gear and all that, if y'all would like to help, you can always just go to Anchor, and there's like a little donation button.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So if y'all want to, you
share the love if you want to. It's kind of a great thing. It's I like how Anchor put it out there.
Yeah.
You put a lot of work into your podcast. Why not? If somebody feels like you deserve something out of it, go ahead. And you can set it up. You can do like a monthly thing, a one-time thing. It can be 50 cents up to $500. I'm sure it goes even higher, but I just said that for whatever.
Yeah.
So but yeah, it's a cool deal. If you feel the need and feel the urge and want to support us, hey, support us. We'll shout it out for you.
We can even do that. We can even give you a shout out on each episode.
Shout out on each
We'll
episode. We'll kind of maybe do a little club. Eventually it might even be a thing like, hey, whoever does a monthly thing for X number, we'll send you a shirt. We'll send you something. It'd be kind of cool. So, but that's all, type of thing that we'd like to do for you guys for showing love and supporting us, So.
It'd be cool. It'd be really cool.
It would be cool. It's kind of like we've talked about it before. The growth of what this has become, where we started, quite literally 50 episodes in our pocket of just us talking constantly.
Yeah.
I'm like, why aren't we recording these? Finally sitting down to record it, getting great feedback from some of you guys out there. Say, hey, that's awesome. I love that you guys actually did it. We throw off into some different things, not just toys wrestling, but subcasting, and just talking about motivation, positive mindsets, just different things as well. And other people are like, hey, that was really cool. We enjoyed hearing that. So it's kind of, it's growing. We want to continue to do it, hope to enjoy it, continue working on it. The studio / man cave over here will also eventually change out, looking at, making it look less like a guest bedroom, more of office space, with banner, maybe do like a futon style thing. So, hey, because this is the house, but when we still have guests over, we still need a place for them to crash. A futon might be a little more functional for this kind of space and room, so we're not just recording, with the guest bed. Futon would look kind of cool back there, actually look kind of studio-ish,
You can even do an episode from the futon.
Yeah, the guests can be back there, whatever. So, and also we will move this up when we get into the product review part 2, if we have to either do it at the compound here or at the school when we get into the actual testing out of said shoes that I think, you want to go grab the box?
Yeah.
Sure, let's
grab it real quick.
And
as always, the fanny pack.
Yeah, there we go.
So, I guess we can kind of just briefly go over what we were talking about yesterday with this. Just in general. First of all, let's start off with the shirts. I guess.
Yeah. All right. So the shirts, we kind of mentioned those already. Already wearing the shirts that we got.
As you can see,
the Sly Fox.
It's got the logo.
Got the logo. Sleeve. Oh, mine's black, so it's hard to see it. There. So
here it's got the signature on the back.
And it's got the signature Sly Fox logo and everything up there. Nice shirt for a free throw-in.
Yeah, it's very comfortable. It's like the broken-in shirt that we were talking about.
Yeah, that tri-blend soft material. Yeah. After you wash it one time and it comes out, you're like, oh man. Yeah. So, good shirt. Awesome bonus to have in there. It's also kind of cool to know that this shirt, as far as my understanding goes, isn't going to be made again. It's kind of like the shirt that went with that first set of shoes for those that were wanting to support right off the bat. So I really like that idea. We talked about the product. First opened up the boxes to look at the shoes, and the first thing we were hit with was this beautiful looking box. This is probably one of the nicer shoe boxes I have seen.
It's got some good weight to it. I mean, it's not just cheap cardboard.
I mean, it's got print all around, and then your shoe information here.
It's got this nice little slide out, so it's not.
But this is one of the, like we said, one of the nicer shoe boxes. It doesn't have the traditional open. Little hole here, I guess that was really what that's for, other than ventilation. But yeah, so this opens up this way versus a traditional
flip
lid or the flip open one or anything like that. So I think that's kind of neat. So
I mean, I told him yesterday, on the episode too, I said I might use this as a cabinet. Almost like a little thing I can put stuff in.
Yeah, no,
and just slide it out.
It looks good enough to put somewhere and on the edge of the computer desk, and you can put stuff in, slide it out. I mean, it is a nice box. They, as we talked about, they did not skip any corners. The attention to detail in the box, in the packaging, in the shirt that came with it was all top notch. When we opened them up, extra pair of laces we noticed, so you can change out the color. Although so even yours are gray, but they're even different than your laces that are on there.
Yeah.
Because you got the gray, and I'm seeing I got the black. So we got laces. Got the little Rudis on the end of the. I didn't even notice that until just now.
Really?
Check it out. So it does say it says Rudis on the end of the end of the shoestring thing too.
Really?
So you didn't?
No, it does. It does.
Just wraps around.
It's it wraps around, so it's hard to see. It's kind of like a goldish tint on mine, so it's a little bit more difficult to read.
It's a little bit different, but so, and I just now saw it it's in here. You can see
Rudis right there. You can clearly see it there
on that one. So even those are slightly different.
And then you got the paper.
We talked about they have the little tissue paper.
Yeah.
That's stuff you can hear. But the tissue paper, like we said, had a nice weight to it. It wasn't. It's not like the. It's not like the El Cheapo tissue paper. So everything had a quality feel to it right off the bat.
And they just like we were saying, they really went above and beyond. And coming out with your first shoe, you kind of have to almost. And they're showing that they belong, and then you get to the actual shoe itself.
Yeah.
I mean, we were speechless yesterday with this. I mean, it just looks cool.
Oh gosh,
As you can see, looking at it all around. I've got what they call
What did they? What?
It's
Obsidian?
smoke /
Smoke.
white. And,
Smoke / white. Obsidian, I think, was one of the other ones
Yeah.
for the other one. Yeah, and I got the Midnight / Slate. So, I'm going to stick my box
Put mine beside me real quick.
over here.
But yeah, you've got the cool logo right here. The Sly Fox logo, as you can
Yeah.
see. You've got the Rudis right here on the shoe. There. The grips are really nice. Like, that was one thing I was kind of a little surprised with. I mean,
Yeah.
they look really cool, and they got different
look-
placement. And then here you have a different one.
Yeah, it's like the shoes and the yeah.
Yeah.
So they did, and then like the again the branding, and another product placement is a big deal. So they got the name along the bottom over there. It's all throughout, and I think some people might have an issue with like, could they put their logo any more times on the shoe? I'm like, no, they couldn't. Actually, the one thing I think would have been cooler is like that Rudis logo. I'm gonna throw it out there for you guys. Rudis logo, and then the Sly Fox logo. Like, again, that Rudis logo would have made a cool tread pattern on the bottom of the shoe. Hit it up, guys. All right.
That's an idea.
All right.
an
So
idea.
I know you're listening. So hit it up. No. But that'd have been a cool pattern.
It would
on
have
the
been.
bottom of
That
on the
really
bottom of
would
the shoe.
have. Now that
I'm almost thinking like, why didn't they? Like, because it's a cool
easy,
logo, and it's that honeycomb pattern that they've chosen to go with their stuff. But that would have like worked out well with their stuff. Now, granted, maybe that's where some of this shape comes in, is a break off from that. But I don't know. Cool shoe, cool logo,
it's good material.
good
too.
material. It's
Yeah.
got a good feel to it.
It's got
Like
the
it's
felt
nice and
toes.
soft. Yeah.
The-
Nice and soft, but it doesn't feel so soft like it's gonna
Really,
shred apart.
Yeah.
You know, as we mentioned, it's got the Sly Fox on the back with the signature over here as well. We already saw the Sly Fox logo on the grays over here, but there it is in the black. You know, it's got a cool look to it. We mentioned attention to detail. The signature is, I don't know if we can see, there we go. The signature is there. And also, we recorded it on phones for placement, but hard to see right here. But the Sly Fox logo itself is further in on the shoe. And man, I put my finger in here again. I'm still just feeling it.
It's a really cool. It's a not
Most
your
wrestling
typical-
shoes, when you put them on, they have an insole. But the insole is kind of just traditional. It's just, there's no cushion to the insole. It's just an insole for the inside of the shoe so that you have a spot for your foot. This insole actually has the faintest bit of cushion, like when you press it, it's gonna feel kind of like when you get a brand new pair of running shoes, and that feel of like, oh wow, I didn't realize how much my cushion had gone out on my old shoes till you put a new pair of shoes on. But I'm like looking forward to putting these on, and feeling that cushion versus, and I'm gonna go ahead and get my, I may not do it right now, but I'm gonna get my other wrestling shoes just to feel that comparison to. Are you thinking about putting them on now?
I actually was, but no. What I was just sitting here feeling, I'm feeling the lace covers right here. I didn't catch this yesterday. The inside actually has a rubber material to, I guess, hold the lace in.
Yeah, and we were talking about, because yesterday it does.
Like, feel that. So it kind of holds it.
Kind of grips it, yeah.
Yeah,
so
it grips it so it won't
So
slide
yeah, it's
out.
got
That's pretty cool.
the shoelace spot for it, because with wrestling shoes you got to have the shoelace cover and or tape your laces. So that's pretty cool there. Like I said, just attention to detail throughout this entire shoe is really pretty killer. There's another shoe that I'm actually interested in too that was kind of cool looking. It's a Travex. No, Travex. I think that was my wallet. Terra Grip or something like that. It's one with Pin Cancer.
Yeah.
That works with Pin Cancer. They got some cool looking stuff. And this has just really got me into looking at quality of shoes and different shoes, like what's out there and what's not just the status quo. Because this is above and beyond the status quo of a wrestling shoe. And
they really knocked it out of the park with this.
And I really think it's awesome. There's just more and more excited that they're getting that shoe outfitter deals for things. My dogs are barking. If you hear them, yes.
I mean, you even get it's small things such as like you have slight ventilation type stuff up here on the feet.
Yeah, the
It's
fabric.
like,
there's
the
a difference,
fabric,
and like and over here and through here.
Then you get this is just a small detail, but it looks cool to me. Is the stitch.
It's my ball.
Bow and Okay, thank you. All right, so go put that in the trash.
We gotta put that in trash.
Yeah, put that in the trash.
Fire!
But yeah, you get like it's a small detail, but I like the way that stitching. Comes
Yeah, at first
down.
I was wondering. Yeah, like the stitching, like you can feel the stitching up there, so it's
hard
like
to
it's
see,
gotta
maybe,
be,
but
it's
yeah,
gotta be
you can
built
see where
in
it
there,
goes.
so you can see how they did it. So I think everything's got a purpose and or a reason when they made them or how they made them. Like even the, like you said, the slight ventilation to the textures of the things over here coming out. Like it also plays off the other shoes. You can kind of see where it looks kind of like the Caligo, like where they built out from it, and just from that textured pattern and stuff like that. So,
Now I like the Caligo, however you pronounce it. I like the grips on those.
oh man, I called it the Spider-Man grip is what it
Spider-Man
looked like to
grip.
me.
It looks like
it had like a
suction
bunch of
cups.
suction cups or circles and stuff like that on it. So, it was really cool. So let me check this out. Hey, yes, mommy. We're doing our stuff.
Football.
Okay, go up there and I'll be right there in a sec, okay? But yeah, I mean, that's what was really drawing me toward the when I first saw like the teasers for the shoes. When I first saw that grip, that was when I started like sending you those. I mean, I was like, check these grips out. Like, I'm sold on the grips alone. And it's funny that we ended up not getting the one that had the grips that I like so much. But the more I look at it, I mean, like, check out the grip right here. So you got this grip here. It's like repeated right there where it splits. It's a little bit different. Like, the grips on these are just even really cool too. So
I didn't even notice the grip in between like that.
yeah,
like you
that
mentioned.
is a grip in between. At first, I thought that was gonna be like this felt
Oh,
material,
yeah.
but no, it's another grip right there, like with another contrasting thing. So, yeah, I'm super looking forward to our next episode. Maybe not our next episode, but the episode when we do the. This is our product review or a product test run. So I was even thinking about, man, too bad Rudis doesn't sponsor us, but we could have like the weekend Rudis review.
Right? You just send us random gear.
I mean, it just sounds cool. The Rudis review.
Rudis review.
The weekend Rudis review. I'm just throwing that out there for you. We want to argue about it or complain about it.
And as you can tell, this is kind of a dumb point to make, but as you can see, whichever color you decided to get is the shirt you got. So I got the smoke
I got
shirt.
the midnight with the midnight shirt. So I really thought that re-recording this I wouldn't be like as like into this, but like, man, I can't get over like looking at some of the details and stuff on there and seeing new details on it. I'm like, hey, re-recording is not a bad deal. So this is, I'm still just as excited seeing all the different stuff on here. Looks really cool.
Tucks away real nice.
Yeah, I was curious about how I was going to do that, like when I tied it.
Yeah,
like,
I was thinking about going under maybe.
Yeah, so I wasn't quite sure how that was going to work out with that. So, but if you can't tell, the little one is home today. Is he home? No. So, playing with his brother and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm interested to try these on. Like I said, I'm not ready to put them on right now. I kind of want to. I kind of want to too. Well, my shoes are already off. I might put mine on. All right, so I might go ahead and put these on. Nothing we did talk about, Quasi. We probably cut you off like 5 times last time, and you're not even here to defend yourself. But while I'm reaching back here for my other shirt, man, I do got your shirt that you liked so much from one of my posts. Courage Has No Color. Really cool artwork by one of my students. Was our Black History Month poster from last year. It was a really cool deal. So, I'm pulling it up. Let you in.
Yeah.
For what? Alright, so check it out. I'm going to press pause on this so that we're not doing bad radio while we're taking all our stuff on. And I'll be back in a second. We were talking about like wait until we had these on and give our review of how they felt, but Tyler put one on and was like, "Dude,
it's comfortable."
And like, did
Holy
you feel
crap,
that? Like,
yeah.
Like, I was like, should we have been recording like that look and feeling that you talked about?
Because the tongue's even slightly padded right there.
I was just about to say it's padded there too.
So you don't have to worry about rubbing your ankles. But no, once you put this on, like we're putting them on right now, and we're breaking a cardinal rule. You should never put your shoes on off the mat. But
Well,
if
these are
you're
brand
not
new.
on-
They're here, so
Yeah.
you know,
It's
it's not like we're gonna go walk around in them. Although I did talk about like wearing them to the dance last night.
Yeah, like I mean, it kind of like gives into the foot just ever so slightly.
Yeah.
It's a nice, comfortable shoe. It really is. I mean, not thinking that it wasn't gonna be, but
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, looks comfortable. Oh wow, you can feel like
it's soft.
yeah, it's super soft. It's like
It feels broken in already.
it feels super comfortable. I need to loosen up my laces a little bit, but you know, and you feel that little
Yeah.
bit of height that you normally don't feel with the wrestling shoe. Like when you put on a regular shoe, like there's a little bit of height that you feel with it. When you put on a wrestling shoe, when you wear tennis shoes, like, you know, it makes you just like what, that half inch taller or whatever.
Yeah.
You can feel that. Normally when you put on wrestling shoes, like I don't.
You feel like you're barefoot.
Yeah, I mean you don't feel it, but like you definitely know you have a shoe on.
Yeah.
But it also feels like uber comfortable.
Sorry, I'm kind of like in my own little stance here, using it to. Feels really good. Like it's not too stiff either. Like that's the thing I like. It's really flexible right out the box.
It molds to your foot like. Yeah, I gotta loosen my laces up just a little bit, but man, that's a different.
I can't wait to feel these on a mat.
Oh yeah, it's gonna feel good. A little push off there.
I know we look kind of weird doing that, but
Man,
for those who wrestle, you know what we're doing.
that's awesome.
The grips are like even on this floor.
I need some Rudis socks.
Might as well. Rudis, make some socks to
I
match.
think they have socks actually. I think they do.
Do they have any that match this?
I think I think they do have socks. I'm pretty sure I've seen Kyle Snyder in them, or somebody in the socks. Dude,
That's amazing.
wow, I am like super happy. You know, we didn't get to do this last time.
So this is genuine. This is
So-
straight candid.
You know, and we were kind of bummed that we were missing out on some of that from our last episode of like that first initial thing, but got to try them on, and man, they feel
Feels
Feel good.
spectacular.
so. Really looking forward to our second review, the actual test run of using them, and I think we're gonna try to combine that possibly with like our first technique video that we'd like to go ahead and put out, and really with our technique videos that we talked about is starting off super basic. Like here's some stance and motion stuff, real simple because we're middle school coaches. We both coach at the high school too, but like our predominant focus is middle school. I also run our youth program, but I want some really basic stuff to start off with, and I'll throw a little fun stuff in there with like just a little bit more for the advanced guys too.
I've got
but,
an idea for Funky
you know.
Friday already.
Yeah, hey, got a name for it too? Funky Friday.
Funky Friday.
All right.
Or Tricky Thursday. One of the two. But no, I've got
Tricky Thursday. I think I've seen that one though. Is
Yeah.
that
because you see Technique
Indiana?
Tuesday all the time. But,
yeah, Technique Tuesday is one that's been used.
but these will be kind of random. But no, Funky Friday. Get Ben Askren on for that one too.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I mean,
I've
he's
actually
on
saw.
the T-Row and Funky show, and Tommy Rollins
Yeah.
is the Rudis guy. So and
I saw a cool
Ben Askren,
video.
he's a Rudis athlete, even though he's not, you know, currently one. They've got like their Legend series.
He wears Rudis all the time. He wore it on
Yeah.
Rogan.
Yeah, I mean he wears the Rudis stuff. So I mean he's on their Legend series of people and stuff like that. So yeah, man.
I'm gonna have to show you the thing for Funky Friday because I want to try it out. 'Cause I want to see how this works.
Yeah.
It was a Kerry Cole-out video from back in the day. Just
These
a
are
nice
even
one.
sealed. Like they're not.
Yeah,
Like there's a logo in the background. Sorry, like even their bag has a logo. I'm trying to scoot his laces over a little bit. Like it's clear on the front, has it written on the back there. I mean,
Yeah.
and this was just the laces bag that came with that.
So we can start doing technique videos.
Sorry guys, it just was again detail.
It's crazy. We'll do something very basic probably. Matter of fact, it's a cool idea. Like I know a bunch of people. A guy that I know, Johnny Buck. He's a jiu-jitsu guy. He's a catch wrestler now too. Was actually competing for like best catch wrestler in the world, like type tournament. Anyway, he has a website, and it comes from kind of. So if any of y'all know anything about jiu-jitsu, there's a guy named Brandon McCaffrey, and he has it's called BrandonMcCaffrey.ninja. It's like a 10th Planet thing or 10th Planet Ninja or something like that, and it's $5 a month. That's a cup of coffee, you know, an expensive cup of coffee from Starbucks. It's just $5 a month. And Johnny does it for not only wrestling. He'll do jiu-jitsu, but he'll do catch, but he'll do regular wrestling too. Like he just did an inside trick video the other day. Did one for a high crotch. And it's a cool thing. I mean, we can even probably talk about figuring out how to get that done if you want to do that, or we can just do them for free on the channel. Let's probably start out doing free, but
yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it's a nifty little thing that they do. Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely do this first technique video, and we'll post it out there. We'll figure out what we want to do with that. I don't know. What do you think we should do?
Yeah.
Stance motion.
I mean, stance
Drill.
motion, shot drill, something. I think stance motion is a big one, but I think something that with that stance motion that it always hit right away is with the sprawl. Stance motion with the sprawl. It's kind of a defensive thing that's always kind of taught later, but go ahead and throw it in there. It's our video. We can do how we want to do with it, but I think we'll make something work. But looking forward to giving this stuff a try. Looking forward to hopefully getting to do it in some new gear soon. Excited. Great product. Second actually, review episode.
It's one
the
B.
Rudis review. We'll call it. Should we even call this the Rudis review part 2?
Yeah.
Part 2.
Or take two.
Take two.
Take two.
So we'll even go with the take 2 on there. We're gonna hit that up. So this will be coming out to you really soon because I already uploaded the first segment. We're gonna upload the second segment. It's on there. That way it's saved up there so that nothing happens with the power hopefully anymore, and we can get stuff out there, get things going.
One thing we mentioned last show too. Sorry, we're kind of backtracking again.
Yes, trying to remember.
These shoes match our colors.
Pretty well.
Yeah, pretty well. Read
Rudis
it does.
wrestling.
The gray, blue, and black.
Yep. So, you guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday?
Yep.
My man's got his dilemma here on whether or not to watch the game. I don't know who Clemson is playing.
Texas
Or-
A&M.
Okay, that should be a good game then. So it's not like last week where they're the boring games.
Soccer.
You want to play soccer? Come here. All right. So, Texas A&M should be a good game. Are they good this year too? Or?
But being in Texas A&M is always difficult.
Oh, so they're there too. So
yeah,
okay.
so we're playing away. And then Georgia's playing Carolina this weekend. Florida's playing, I don't know who.
I think the Georgia Carolina game is actually already on right now.
Probably is.
I figured check that out. But what about the other dilemma, which you were talking about watching tonight?
Oh yeah, the fights. And
UFC?
Yeah, UFC. One of the fights on the card, a championship match, got dropped because the champion, she got stripped for it too. Actually, she had to go to the hospital because of weight cutting issues. I forget how to pronounce her name. But yeah, Dana stripped her for pretty much having to go to the hospital for weight cutting.
Now that seems a bit absurd. How come he hasn't done that to any of the male fighters?
I think this is something new he's trying to do.
It better be implemented from here on out then?
I hope, because I think it was the co-main. It's the you have the co-main fight. It's a title fight. They've invested a lot of money into this, and then you go out and you go to the hospital and can't fight.
I don't care if you have to go to the hospital or not.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, should that be?
Yeah,
100%. Should that be a rule then?
Yeah.
If it is a title fight and you don't make weight, should you be stripped of your belt?
Yes, absolutely.
So that would be counted as a loss then.
Yeah.
And maybe here's the other thing.
If you can't make weight
fight,
for a tournament, can you qualify for the next one? No,
you can't.
So why can you? You can't say, hey,
well, that's
first.
the wrestler mindset of things. But no, that's a step further. Like, lots of times people don't make weight, but they're still able to fight because now they just gave a percentage of their purse or whatever.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, you're rewarding. Well, you're not rewarding. You're getting. Don't choke yourself, dude. You're getting penalized financially for cheating.
Yeah.
Because now you didn't follow the rules. That's why I say it's cheating. Should it be? But then people won't want it too. Seriously. My son's beating himself in the head with the ball. It's a little crazy. But should you? I think he's just enjoying watching himself right now. But should you, regardless of whether you win the fight or not, should it still count as a loss? Because or should they just not let you fight?
I think they should. Well, so
yeah,
it's
right now.
So it's funny because they are professional athletes and they do have that ability to pay. Like, look, I can give you this much money if we still fight. They started making it where if you don't make weight, you can't. The title match is off. And that one's okay, but I do think if you're a champion and you miss weight, you're stripped. There's no there's no reason you
But
should.
does that mean the other person, because they made weight, they did their part, are they going to get penalized for winning and not get the belt?
I mean,
Should the belt
It's-
trade hands? Technically,
I would-
they won the fight.
yeah, but it's considered a no contest because they never even step in there.
But see, that's what I would argue.
Speaking
like,
of
this is a
that-
great argument, actually.
Yeah.
For right now, it's just a whole different thing. But that whole weigh-in process is part of the fight process. It's not
Kinda,
just that 25 minutes, those 5-minute rounds aren't the only part of the fight. The part of the fight has been the training camp, the training, the prepping, the stepping on the scale. All that is part of it. We only witness the final part of it. It's like the whole iceberg thing. You know, we only see that little bit, but there's so much more that goes into it. So this person is now getting penalized because something the other person didn't do. They did everything they were supposed to go win that belt.
Yeah.
And now you're taking that opportunity and chance away from them.
So what I
Heck,
think
they almost earned it.
what I think they should do, and it's something that it's a rumor now, but don't quote me.
Or they've at least earned the win.
This is coming from a few people. They're saying that Kevin Lee has been training to fight McGregor or Khabib if one of them drops. And I think the UFC should. I think first of all, more fighters should want to do that. You know, prep. It's like because look, hey, if one of them
Yeah,
falls
right.
out,
Hey,
it's like
our
I'm
man,
here.
our man
here.
Jared
Yeah.
Brooks.
Yeah, he
5
had to
days
gain
out.
weight. He had to gain weight.
He always does.
Yeah, I mean he's tiny, but
Yeah.
but he's good.
But 5 days out, and he's
Yeah.
taking the fight. You know.
But no, I think
that's
you
the
should
only reason I
I feel
wanna
the
see tonight's fight.
UFC should. And now a lot of people would be like, well, why would you have these people training for a fight camp? Because listen to this. If you have someone who's not a champion, you'd be like, hey, if they can't make weight, I want you to be ready as the alternate. That way you can step in and you ultimately have a title shot
Even
yourself.
more the reason why there shouldn't be a weight cut. It should be done for the
Yeah.
whole thing of staying within a natural body range for your thing.
Yeah.
And the reality of it is, it changes nothing in the grand scheme. Everybody on paper moves up a weight class because you bump everybody up a weight class, and then you don't cut weight. You just have to be within a natural weight, within a fluctuating pound. You know how they've talked about doing it, how.
One FC does it.
One FC.
Yeah, you can no
what
longer
is
do
Strike,
that.
Strikeforce does something. No,
No, Strikeforce no longer. It's Bellator.
Bellator.
I'm not sure what they do.
I mean, I can't remember, but like.
But they never
yeah,
have they never have people missing weight.
But yeah, so if everybody in essence bumps up a weight class, now you're taking the weight cutting factor out of it,
Which
and
takes the
everybody
injuries.
stays hydrated,
Yeah.
and now you can have somebody in the wings now because they're not cutting weight for no reason. Hey, this is where I was at anyway. This is my weight class. I'm ready to go at my weight class within 2 weeks' notice, any day of the week.
And I think part of this has to do with maybe we should cut down as far as the jump between some weight classes, some of them. Because you have like a huge jump from 55 to 70, and that's a big deal. You know, people
55
think
to 70.
that's
So,
like they're like, oh, what?
how many
that's-
weight classes are there?
There is. So you have 25, 35, 45, 55, 70, 85, 205, and then 225 and up heavyweight. So 9.
9 weight classes. I think actually Quasi may have said it on your show. Like, do 10 weight classes and get an even space amongst the 10. Take another thing from wrestling. There's 10 college weight classes. They're fairly
Take the college weight classes in general. Let's do that maybe.
seriously.
Yeah,
Why not?
you got it.
Because like, look, why not use the college weight classes? Because who are X number of belt holders right now? Wrestlers.
Everyone's used to the system. We're doing things right. Ben Askren even said we're doing things right, and I think his vote trumps everyone's. So Ben Askren knows what he's talking about.
Yes, he does. Ben Askren will go down as one of the greatest MMA fighters to have never fought in the UFC.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Mhm.
And I think even greater than Fedor. But no, I mean, and that's the thing. It's when, and I mentioned to you before the show that we even started. It's been how many consecutive cards that someone's had to drop out due to weight cutting issues or an injury. It happens every card now.
It shouldn't be an
When
issue.
when is it going to be a big enough a problem when the UFC's like, we have to do something about this? My thing is, I guarantee you, if it happens with Khabib and Conor, something will be done. They're going to say, look, weight cutting's an issue because if you're running super fights like this,
Yeah.
and you know, we talked about the whole super fight thing earlier, but no, this is kind of a super fight. When you have these fights that we're investing a lot of money, a lot of advertising, a lot of
Dollars.
yeah,
Just dollars.
so much money
from
into
a
it.
business aspect, it's there.
And
The
you
bottom
can't
line
make
is
weight.
they're dropping dollars on this, and
Yeah.
if you can't make weight,
You're
they're
costing them
almost
money.
they're costing them money, and they don't think about it that way. They're just thinking a weight thing as just I don't know, a formality for them.
Yeah.
But in the real world, weight cutting thing is not a formality. It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's almost disrespectful to come in X number of pounds over on something to somebody else. Because sometimes, I mean, heck, like, the reality of it is, like, if I had extra money to lose, like, it's a hard weight cut. I know he's got a hard weight cut. He actually cut weight really hard. And I'm just going to come over 6 pounds over and
Yeah.
not worry about it because I didn't cut water. And now I
I'll
have
pay
an
him
advantage.
20%.
And I'll pay 20%, but I'll be 20% healthier.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it's
have the advantage.
it's a system that I'm surprised hadn't been cheated more.
Well, they're trying to say the UFC says now like, oh, well, we're making it safer because you can no longer do IVs after weight cuts.
people are still doing the same thing to get there.
Yeah.
They just have to rehydrate and do that differently. I mean,
it's-
maybe
it
they
hasn't stopped
know they
doing
can't do it as drastically at the end but still, I mean, I don't know.
And then that kind of gets us into the topic slightly. We were talking about weights and weight classes, and we mentioned that yesterday. We were talking about where the big stuff coming up for wrestling. Yeah, Rutgers, Iowa. Who's Suriano versus Lee? Suriano versus
Like
Santo.
who's going
where?
which
Yeah.
weight classes? Yeah. So who's growing into what? So, man, yeah, exciting. That and Jerry Brooks.
Yeah, Jerry Brooks.
Monkey God's fight tonight. Again, all about supporting locals, supporting people that you know.
Unfortunately, I had to get rid of my Monkey God shirt.
Why?
Because the
Why'd
one
you
he
do it?
gave me was like ridiculously small on me.
Oh,
but I was
okay,
like, I'll
okay.
take it anyway.
Yeah.
Because I wanted gear, and he
I
was
was like,
like,
what happened to your shirt? Like, what?
I think it was his actually. Matter of fact, no, it was his.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
like,
well,
hey man,
that-
he's like, this one's actually mine. He's like, I don't have any in the car. He's like, this one's mine. It's got a slight mustard stain. He's like, is that cool? I was like, yeah man, I'll take it. I think it was like a small, like a medium. I
Yeah.
wore it, and his sleeves were like up here.
Yeah. Okay, I get that. So, all right. Well, on that note,
Yeah.
with the shirts that fit, Rudis review, part 2, take
In the
2,
background.
done. The boy needs in here, so we're gonna go take care of some other stuff. Y'all get it. Be good, and we will catch you next time.
Russell 6.
Russell 6, roll soap.
Bye bye.